Reload. Reloading. Oke. Coba dulu. Thumbnail. Oh wow. Sebentar ya guys. Ada yang belum diatur ternyata. Oke. Ini aman gak nih? Aduh. Belum keganti. Oke, change save. Belum keganti ya? Bentar guys. Sebentar ya, sebentar. Harusnya udah ke save ini. Kita close, kita close. Buka. Ah, ya sudahlah. Oh, Vincentius Daniel. Halo, halo. Drama apakah yang akan terjadi? Kayaknya aman, aman dong. Halo, halo Frost. Oke. Gue baru beli laptop baru, yey. Bisa main Fortnite. Anjay, mantap. Selamat bro atas laptop barunya. Oke lah. Sudah oke lah. Kalian akan hadir. Jadi anyway, selamat datang kembali di Lost Judgment. Bukan bukan terakhir yang kita tinggalin sih. Ini gua ada grinding dikit ya. Tapi MC nggak bisa kena beli pagi. Lagi bukan pagi. Oh alah. Oke lah. Ini gue udah grinding dikit. Ternyata di sini grinding duit tuh nggak tau lah ya. Harga ini masanya kan gue belum kebuka ya. Semua kayak semua barang yang bisa dibeli adalah banyak lagi sih. Set mission aja belum ada di sini. Maksudnya sekarang ini belum ada. Jadi mungkin nanti in the somewhere near future. Jadi aku baru grinding dikit, grinding duit sama salah. Nah, kita udah bisa learn new skill gitu. Wah, 31.000 banyak juga. Lagi download Fortnite nih. Re, kapan main Unat? Oh iya, gue belum pernah mainin. Kok frame dikit. Udah aman. Ini sih gue live streamnya dari PS langsung ya. Jadi kalau agak kenapa-napa gitu, sorry nih. Ntar kita lihat dulu. Ini kayak penting deh boost tag. Oke, ini apa? Charge up. Oh, saya gue nggak terlalu sering pakai charge up, tapi nggak apa-apa deh. Unlock aja dulu yang pertama. Nah, ini nih yang penting. X Enhancer, increase damage during X boost, battle bonus. Ini boleh sih. Itu penting. Oke, boost health lagi deh, biar banyakan health kita. Oke. Nah sekarang ini ambil apa ya? Ya udah, ya ada meet ya. Ya udah nggak apa-apa. Nanti ada ini siaran ulangnya kok. Tenang aja. Channel all your strength when knocked down to turn on enemy. Wall strike. Ini kayak mantep sih. Anjing ini udah mulai mahal nih. Drunken Fish. Ah, ini keren nih. Udah mahal banget ya. Udah nggak apa-apa deh, ambil aja dulu. Certain Death. Anjir, langsung meninggal kah? Tiger's Hidden Art. Active during attacks. Air Secret Health. Temporarily boost your attack power after landing a finishing blow. Okay. Regard. Put a guard after your guard is broken, allowing you to quickly guard once again. Gue tadi baru habis kelas, tapi ya baru habis 2 kelas, ada satu lagi. Gue juga ada kelas sih nanti. Lord Arya, halo Bang Rian, halo Lord Arya. Aku ada 4 kelas tapi cuma 30 menit. Bentar banget ya. Kalau gue sih nanti siang ada kelas lagi nih. Tadi sebenarnya ini gue baru kelar kelas loh. Makanya gue baru live stream ini. Sama ya, ini dikit sih, beres-beres. Quick step dodge. Gue sih lagi suka pakai ini ya. Grants temporary immunity to knockdown after successfully parry. Wow, mantap ini. Gain chance to stun enemy also. Tapi musuhnya di awal-awal sih masih belum terlalu ini, jadi kita langsung matiin aja. Next, human shield discards other enemy with guns. Oh, grab the enemy while on the ground. Keren. Wah, keren-keren sih. Gue ambilin dulu deh. Oke. Special boost health recovery. Nggak butuh gue sih itu. Boost chance to expanding lagi. Oke. Ini boleh. Music appreciation, listening music record gradually depletion health. Saya nggak terlalu perlu sih. Gua perlu makanan tuh ada ini, ada apa? Yang buat tuh dapat apa chance buat dapetin barang bagus gitu. Nah, gua kaya karena dari sini nih, makan dapetin barang bagus. Falling instant steal, target lock, momentum roket ya ini nggak perlu ini nih. Nah ini mantep nih. Ya kalau lagi tengah-tengah gitu kan, harus ngapain nih? Raises your drunkenness limit. Wicked courage increase your rate as gadget while drunk. Social smoker. Oke, ini. Oke, ini udah satu. Grand hidden arts temporary increase your attack speed evading. Oh, evading. Sekolah awal-awal nggak terlalu perlu sih. While tilting. Gimana? Jump in sky dancer. Coming projectile. Catch and throw back a weapon throw at you. Oh. Ini kalau misalnya ada yang ini ngelempar. Becoming immune to knockdown during X boost. Mantap juga. Aduh, banyak yang bagus-bagus tapi ya udahlah ya. Kita mulai dari yang atas dulu deh ini. Oke. Gua ambil satu. Ini gua mau yang apa ya? Attack enemies while getting back up from the ground. Oh, ini boleh nih. Oke. With attack quick step. Let me stun enemy. Udahlah, segitu dulu. Oke. Gila, XP gue banyak juga ya. Gara-gara ini nih. Gara-gara nge-grinding kemarin. Gue pengen lanjutin story kan, cuma gue mikir, gimana ya? Apa gue lanjutin aja live streaming? Ya udah deh, gue coba live streaming lagi aja. Jadi gue grinding aja dulu kemarin.
Oh man, you almost got arrested and put on the sex offender list.
There's no way I'd screw things up that bad.
In all seriousness, those bullies got what was coming. I kind of wish you messed them up worse.
Gara-gara apa? Kita naruh kamera kan. Terus kamera ketahuan satu ditutup sama yang punya. Sama yang punya sama orang yang notice. Terus kita balik kan, kita benerin. Ditangkap sebagai dikira cabul, pervert.
Hey, you did everything you could.
Padahal,
right? So we'll see what tomorrow has in store.
Padahal lagi ini gitu, lagi apa namanya? Lagi apa sih namanya tadi? Lagi ini mencari tahu siapa nih yang ini. Yang apa namanya? Kok gue jadi bingung sih? Salah sangka. Iya, salah sangka. Kita kan lagi nyari bullying siapa nih. Tapi akhirnya kita udah tahu. Oke. Gue pengen naro-naro ini kali ya. Kita naro-naro ini dulu. Gue kemarin dapat ginian nih. Speed bow ini put away. Aduh, nggak kelihatan banget dah. Ini kayak ini nih. Ya udahlah. Salah. Nah. Terus ini apa ya? Ya udahlah. Belum ada yang action figure bagus sih. Ini gue dapat dari ini nih, main apa? Crane. Yang ngambil hadiah. Yang kayak gitulah, yang di time zone gitu loh. Yang ada kaitan gitu. Terus dapat hadiah. Kalau kita berhasil keluarin barangnya. Time to go serious. Punan to the bullying. Jadi oke, kita balik ke sekolahan. Kita sendirian nih. Woi, lu pada nggak ikut apa? Woi, anjing nengok doang. Woi, nggak bisa ngomong. Yaudah ya lah, kita langsung caps. Oke. Sebentar. Oke. Op. Aduh. Aduh, kebiasaan apa lari ini. Sini kalau pakai skateboard X-nya ditahan. Gue kalau lari juga nahan anjir. Aduh, niat nggak mau ngeluarin malah keluar. Jadi kalau lari sini cukup pencet sekali doang. Pep. Peng. Masuk kah? Woi, anjing. Rooftop. Widih, lagi makan. Woi, mau makan. Ya. Dibully lagi kah?
Yo. So, are you gonna come out to lunch with us or what?
Ah, buset.
Don't you have anything more to say than that, Koda? Get your ass up. Come on. Matsun's really not in the mood to deal with your shit today.
I'll just eat lunch here, okay?
Huh? You're giving us lip now? I guess you won't be needing this stuff then.
We told you to get your ass up, you little slut.
Anjing kasar banget.
Oh, maybe you started fucking guys on your lunch break now?
You're out here living the dream, aren't you?
Anjing bacot.
Enough.
Menghentikan bully adalah jalan
Get
ninjaku.
your ass up.
Nih kita hajar nih bullyingnya nanti nih.
What's the fucking holdup, Koda? You should be thanking us for even inviting you to come.
So slow. I can't fucking stand you.
Anjing parah banget.
Well, damn. So much for my appetite. You guys are making me sick.
Hey, who the fuck said that? We're making you sick, huh? You guys talking about us?
You see anyone else being assholes? Of course he's talking about you.
Yeah, I've about had it with you punks. This shit's getting old.
The fuck? Ganging up on the same girl day after day make you feel real big?
Unfucking believable. It takes 3 of them to do the job.
Seriously, you guys? You're taking Koda's side here? You know she's just a whore, right?
You okay, Koda-san? Just ignore these losers.
How low can you go? Calling someone a whore isn't gonna win you any points.
Right? Let's hear it for the picture of purity over here.
What the hell? Hey!
She can dish it, but she can't take it. Hope the boys are watching.
What?
Ngakak.
What the fuck, man? If you want to talk shit, say it to my face.
What part of this don't you understand?
Yeah. You know what, guys? It's true. You guys just need to leave her alone.
He's right. He's totally right. What's your problem with her anyway?
Yeah, Koda didn't do anything wrong, guys.
Exactly. So back off Koda-san already.
Stop acting like little punks. Get the
Anjay.
hell out of here.
Kayak nonton nggak tahu nih suka gitu lah.
Oh, how does it feel now?
Just get going, would you?
Yeah. Toss them out.
Takut langsung, takut ya, takut lu. Ya, blok.
Let's just go.
Fuck it.
Cupu. Ya elah. Tampol nih.
I've never seen those kids
Botak
band together
banget.
like that.
They all knew what was going on in there now. It can be hard to speak up even when you know something happening right in front of you is wrong. Not so different from adults, right?
Yagami-san, was everything we just witnessed part of your plan?
Oh iya dong,
It's just
jelas.
psychology. There's this concept called the bystander effect. According to the
Ada peng,
psychologists,
ada
when
kecut,
a person witnesses an incident, there's 3
Ada-
things that run through their mind if
ada
other people are in the
pengkecut.
vicinity.
Ya.
1. If no one else acts, it must not be urgent. 2. If no one else acts, I don't have to take action either. And 3. If I take action alone, I'll embarrass myself. The result? Everybody stands there and nobody takes action. I just figured if I could get even one person to step up and raise their voice, it would spur the rest of them to push past their
Anjay.
inability to act.
Pintar juga nih orang baca si
Penguins are
Yagami.
the same way. You ever seen a flock of them hesitating to take a leap into the sea? One takes the first plunge and the others all start following after him.
The first penguin, you say?
It's a fascinating term for a display of bravery. I've heard it said that overseas in America.
Ada lagi, ada mid, ada bahasa, ada Inggris. Tapi tetap nggak bisa baca subtitlenya.
That would mean your voice was the first penguin in that classroom.
I can't say for certain this resolved your bullying problem. But here's hoping it's at least a good first step.
Yep, good first step. Very good. Ya, paling nggak ini sih. Nah, gitu dong, temenin.
They're gone. You should be safe from them for a while.
Temenin dong, woi. Ya ilah. Aduh, sedih dia. Aduh, kasihan. Itu kok ada satu yang dislike. Oh iya, nggak tahu dah. Dari di dislike teman sekolah yang sekolah kaya nggak suka.
What do you say we monitor the situation for now? Might not be wise for adults to intervene just yet.
Jadi
I
gitu.
suppose your plan has worked out for the better.
Kita
It should be teachers and
kita
handling
juga
these
kalau
matters,
misalkan satu
not
masalah
detectives.
nggak bisa asal-asalan.
You know what?
Kita
I couldn't
nggak
agree
tahu tuh yang
more.
dislike tuh. Ya udah biar
And if
aja
you'll
lah.
excuse me.
Satu doang nggak apa-apa. Nah, nape neng.
Oh, come on, man. Lighten up a little.
Terus 100 komen
You
itu
didn't have to rub it
nyata.
in her face.
Nggak tahu dah.
You know what she thinks? She thinks we're some bums off the street trying to meddle in academic affairs.
Well, then, I apologize on her behalf. But Yagami-san, that was some magic you worked there.
Iya, Jo,
Hard
imen.
to admit
Gila.
this at my age, but I learned quite a bit from what you did.
I wouldn't go that far.
Good stuff, Yagami-san.
Ya, mantap.
Naturally. I knew you would deliver.
Huh?
Waduh, telepon. Aduh. Habis. Baterai habis. Gendala office. We went to Yokohama. Oh iya. Kita lupa bilang ke mereka. Ya jadi 3. Nggak apa-apa deh. Oke, ini siapa nih yang nelpon?
Sorry, I have to take this.
Si ini kah? Genda
Hey,
Sensei.
this is Yagami.
This is Shirosaki.
Oh,
You have a minute?
Shirosaki.
Sure.
Aduh, bentar guys, gue
I have a
pindah
rather
dulu.
urgent request for you. It concerns a trial we've been involved with.
Listen, sorry, son.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
a little busy. I don't know if I can take a rush job at the moment. We aren't even in Kamucha right now. Actually, I'm in Yokohama.
Really? That's interesting.
I'm helping Sugiura out with a case for his new agency. We're on site right now.
Gue harus pindah dulu guys. Oh! Aduh, hampir kecabut.
Sorry, son. You there?
Keluar lagi yang nonton.
Somewhere near
Ya
Eugene
udah.
show. Is that the school?
Gak apa-apa guys.
Have you heard of it?
A college-age student teacher from that school went missing about 2 months ago. It was all very
Jadi
sudden.
2. Apa-apa.
I think I heard something about that, actually.
He himself was a Seiryo High graduate. He'd returned to his alma mater to finish his teaching
Oh,
credential.
jadi... Wah, jangan ada hubungannya nih. Sama kasus yang...
The teacher's name is Hiro Mikoshiba, and his body was discovered a few days ago.
Wah.
They found him in one of Ijincho's abandoned buildings.
Huh?
The body was badly decomposed, but Kanagawa police have just released his identity. Moments ago, in fact.
Moments ago?
This is gonna end today?
Thing is,
Ternyata ada
someone else
hubungannya
knew
sama
Mikoshiba was
kasusnya
dead
mereka
before
nih.
the police even confirmed it. A sex offender, Akihiro Ehara. I defended him in court.
Ya kan,
The day
bener.
Mikoshiba disappeared, Ehara was arrested at the station for groping. He's also an active duty officer.
So you're saying he committed the murder too?
No. The victim was still alive while Ehara was at the station in Tokyo committing sexual battery. He was caught and arrested on the spot. And he's been in jail for the 2 months since.
So if I have this right, he has an alibi for the murder?
Right. But there's more to it. A few days ago, someone lit flares at the location of Mikoshiba's body. It obviously couldn't have been Ehara, so I suspect that's the real culprit. But whoever that is somehow connected to Ahara.
Iyalah jelas.
Otherwise, there's no other way.
Pokemon Unite boleh sih.
There's clearly more to Ahara than an
Kapan nih?
officer turned groper.
Coba gue paling nangkringnya di ini di tempatnya Rio. Gue nggak bisa live stream ini sih Pokemon Unite. Ngeri bang, aku takut. Yoi, ngeri nih ceritanya guys. Dalam mencari siapa pembunuhnya kah? Yep.
His death was the result of bullying at the hands of his classmate Mikoshiba.
You mean it's revenge? In that case, could he possibly have hired someone else to kill the guy in his stead?
It's highly likely.
Yep.
As for my request, I'd like to see what you can find out. Mikoshiba's murder is too suspicious. Up until today, I wrote Ehara off as just another train groper. But he got arrested for that on the exact day that Mikoshiba was killed. It can't be a coincidence.
I mean, you couldn't ask for a better alibi than being arrested for a different crime, right? Otherwise, the cops would have pinned him as suspect number one.
But groping as an alibi? Why go to all that trouble? There had to have been a better way than that. I'm worried. As his attorney, I have to admit there's a chance Ehara planned this, which means I've made a critical oversight. Even worse, I let a misguided court issue a verdict. I can't allow that to stand. I need to reconsider both the harassment and the murder, because I think the truth is these cases are one and the same.
All right. Well,
Gokil.
What can I do for you?
Can you see if anyone at Seiryou High will talk about Mikoshiba? Right now, we need more information. And the first thing we should focus on is how and why he disappeared. That could give us a lead.
So, does this mean you're hiring me?
It does. Consider it an official request, if you would.
Okay, I'm on it. No better feeling than when the jobs line up perfectly.
Aduh, gokil. Gue lagi marah-marah, nggak pada nulis soalnya. Kenapa? Aduh, jadi si teman kita tuh yang tadi cewek nelpon, itu kan dia ngedefense tuh seseorang intinya. Karena dia pokoknya dia dijat ininya tuh sebagai suspeknya tuh sebagai ini, harassment. Sexual harassment lah gitu intinya. Nah terus somehow ya dia mention tentang pembunuhan tentang ada mayat di itu tadi di yang tadi tuh yang mayatnya udah serem bener tuh. Ya pokoknya jadinya ada pokoknya gitu lah jadinya ada hubungannya nih kasusnya nih. Terus dia mau jadiin sexual harassment itu sebagai alibi. Kurang lebih gitulah. Gue rada susah sih ngejelasinnya. Bahasa Inggris gue rada-rada guys.
Yokohama, a harbor town where rotting secrets rarely stay uncovered.
Nah, ini.
The deceased was a student teacher who had vanished from a high school Yagami was investigating.
Yep.
Yet the
Mayat tadi itu student teacher.
A police officer named Ahara was arrested for a different crime. A train groping that shocked the nation.
Nah, tapi
Upon hearing the verdict, Ehara gave the court an ominous revelation that the son he had lost was avenged.
Bisa jadi nih anak yang bunuh diri itu anaknya dia tuh. Terus mungkin gurunya yang mayat gurunya itu mungkin karena nggak ngapa-ngapain gitu, bisa jadi. Itu karena itu dia balas dendam mungkin. Kita nggak tahu sih. Masih belum jelas, tapi yang bisa dibayang-bayangkan ya. Ngeri banget mainnya busuk, aku takut. Ya, makanya serem banget.
Sure. Akihiro Ehara, age 53, senior officer with Tokyo PD, convicted of sexual battery. He'd been stationed in Shinjuku and lived alone in Tokyo. That is, until his arrest.
Lived alone? Unmarried then?
His wife moved to Yokohama without him 7 years ago, when their son Toshiro started at Seiryou High.
Iya, fix banget ini mah. Anaknya dia yang bunuh diri nih, Brad.
We've had no luck getting him to budge. Mind you, the prosecution has plenty against him. Security camera surveillance, Eyewitness footage,
Atau
even
itu.
trace evidence gathered.
About 3 days ago,
Aku nih.
a body turned up in Yokohama. The body belongs to a guy named Hiro Mikoshiba.
Iya.
4 years ago, this man took my son
Nah,
from
proses gue,
me, driving
sedangkan
him to commit suicide.
informasi yang kemarin kita dapat 4 tahun lalu ada seorang
Ehara
anak
seemed
bunuh diri
convinced that Mikoshiba had bullied his
karena
son,
dibully.
and to get his justice, he even took Seiryō High to court. However, the court ruled against him, claiming there was no substantial evidence of bullying.
Mention that lawsuit concerns the verdict. Iyalah. Oh iya, halo Frost.
I still need to dig into the court record of that case to see if there's anything of value.
Sounds like I'm on deck then. I've got someone involved in the case right in front of me.
Who?
The chairman of Stereo High himself.
Are you talking about me?
Bang, main DBD sama Rio, nggak tahu dah Rio masih mau main atau nggak. Main DBD ya. Masa gue malam-malam tuh suka diajak mainin mulu sama teman. Tadi kan tadi malam tuh sebenernya gue mau live stream ini ya. Nah cuma tiba-tiba ada yang ngajak main, ya udah deh. Gue kemarin tuh nggak bisa live stream sampai karena gue tuh tidur pagi terus bangun-bangun jam 2-an gitu.
Exactly. Oh, and before I send you Mikoshiba's photo, there's one last thing you should know.
What's that?
Ehara's ruling was the day before yesterday. That means we only have 13 more days to potentially file an appeal.
We need in order to show the court our dissatisfaction with the verdict. If you don't appeal in 2 weeks, the court will assume we have nothing left to argue and process defendant as charged. Oh iya. Jadi intinya kalau kita nggak punya evidence atau apa gitu yang buat sama kasus tadi tuh nggak bisa dilanjutin, udah verdiknya tetap jatuh dia sebagai ini seksual harassment.
Right.
I'm sorry to give you a time limit.
Halo Bang, halo M Zahir Hali.
Don't worry, I'll have to make do.
Butuh bukti
For now,
kita,
let's
yap.
keep in touch.
Thanks and good luck.
Dan berhubung kita lagi di sini. Makanya.
Sorry, give me one more sec.
Oh itu foto gurunya. Hiro Mikoshiba ini yang itu tadi mayatnya sampai mau busuk. Said would be found dead. Yep.
Actually, Kaito-san, can I fill you in later? I need to get some answers from the chairman.
Yep, perlu dipertanyakan nih. Oke, harassment, person of interest, case synopsis. Oke, the missing teacher's murder. Oke, coba kita baca dulu ya. Belum ada. Jadi ini yang student teacher went out missing di bulan Oktober, sekitar berapa 2 bulan lalu ya kalau menurut di game ini. Di kalau timelinenya ini sekarang di Desember. Di judul ada, Bang lagi main apa? Main Lost Judgment. Oke, yap, ini missing. Oke. Suicide at Serio. Oh, ini Hara father and an officer of the Metropolitan Police 4 years after his son death. He was arrested for groping woman. Intinya sexual harassment. Accused being primarily bully of Toshiro sama ini Toshiro Ehara. Bully primarily. Oh, Toshiro Ehara tuh maksudnya anaknya ya. Toshiro Ehara. Ya kan Toshiro's father. Ya. Well, Serie High. After finishing college, he returned his alma mater for the first time in 4 years to become teacher, but suddenly disappeared one day. Apa? Disappeared one day. Maksudnya hari pertama gitu. 2 months later, his body found in abandoned. Iya. which is kalau nggak salah baru-baru itu. Oke, ini teachernya nih, teacher yang she became faculty member there before Toshiro era committed suicide. Oke. Jadi jangan-jangan apa ya? Details nih, 4 years ago. Jadi tahun 2012, first day of new semester, male third year high schooler was found by his mother 7 AM hanging towel wrap around his neck. Oh, nggak sih, ini kayaknya udah fix ini bunuh diri in apartment near Ejincho, Yokohama. Untuk as pronounced dead, mati. Negara Kamisan suicide was the result of bullying of Serio High. Oh ya, naming his classmate as a primary culprit for Mikoshiba. Oke, ya. Nah, kita ngomong dulu dah sama bapak ya, Pak. Gantung diri.
With something, Yagami-san?
You sure can. Only thing is, where to start?
I can't reveal what happened to Mikoshiba, but there's no harm asking general question about him. Yep.
Remember how you told me about a student teacher went missing?
Oh,
This is him, right? Hiro Mikoshiba.
How do you have that photo? But yes, that's him.
I'd like to ask a bit about him in relation to a separate investigation.
Jadi udah 2 bulan lalu malah
What is it you need to know? Did something happen to him?
I'm afraid I can't give you any details. This request comes from a very close colleague. I'm sure you understand. It's a matter of detective-client privilege. I know that isn't much consolation. But if it's any comfort, I would never disclose anything about your case either.
But don't you see? Mikoshiba-kun was officially reported missing. Please, can you tell me something?
I promise. I'll tell you everything I can when I can. But for now, let me ask the questions.
Very well. Go ahead.
I'll start with the basics. Mikoshiba-kun was a graduate here, correct? And that's why he came back to train as a teacher?
That's correct.
How long was he supposed to be here?
3 weeks, originally. He'd nearly finished his time with us. But one day he simply stopped coming. It was as if all was well. Then suddenly, he was gone. Or at least that's how I'd heard it.
Were you two not that close?
No. We'd had barely exchanged a word since he arrived.
Okay, that's not what is standard of school chairman. Personally deal with any temp staff. Yep. Ya standar apa? Kepala sekolah nggak terlalu ini. Personal banget sama staff-staff.
Wasn't there a pretty dark rumor about Mikoshiba-kun 4 years back? Something about how he drove a student to suicide?
You mean what was dredged up online? Yes, I'm aware of it. However, in the subsequent lawsuit, that rumor was put to rest. The court found no evidence of bullying.
But you had your doubts, didn't you? So you called on us to take a deeper look.
Well, yes. But let's not get confused. The tragedy from 4 years ago does weigh on us. But we've washed our hands of the matter.
Well, you say that, yet I can't help circling back to the same question. Why would the head of a school hire detectives to monitor his students in secret? Potentially even out of pocket.
Well, for one thing, it would reflect poorly on our institution were I to openly suspect our students. Then there's the issue of bullying being recorded and shared online. You know what kind of firestorm that can cause. I should mention, I'm the one who takes the fall for it. My own privacy be damned. So of course I would opt for secrecy.
That's fair. But what that still doesn't answer is why this is happening now.
I'm not sure I follow.
Panik kayaknya itu yang botak. Ya kepala sekolah dia kan. Ini dia masanya tuh megang reputasi yang cukup besar, makanya cukup ini. Tapi tetap aja sih, yang namanya salah tetap salah. Something must push toward taking action against the bullying now of all time. Iya. Baru sekarang ini. Ini apa? Di report trace taken from the trace fibers detected on him. Team underwear. Oh, ini enggak. Nah. Eyewitness. Oh, ini nih. Yeah.
Could this be what riled you up?
But this is...
This is footage of Akihiro Ihara 2 months ago, captured up in Tokyo. The man was an active-duty police officer, so of course it made the rounds in the media. But you already knew all that. After all, he's the one who sued your school on account of what his son endured here. Bullying that led to suicide.
Well, that's undeniable.
Oh, jelas,
and now that he's in the
undeniable
spotlight, any more problems at Serio would lead people to start connecting the dots. The police would dig up that suicide in no time, regardless of whatever the court had ruled. They might even reach the conclusion you had covered the whole thing up. I get the feeling that's why we're really here, to prevent another mess on your hands.
Oh, I see now. Our job's to sniff out any bullying, then you sweep it under the rug.
That's simply not...
Sure about that? The thought never even crossed your mind?
Perhaps it did. The scenario you described was painfully accurate. Every time I saw Ihara-san on TV, I'd grow sick with worry that it could all boil over on us here at any moment.
I can assure you, Chairman, I'm not here to cause any trouble. I only want to learn about Mikoshiba-kun.
In that case, you should speak with Sawa-sensei. She was his teaching mentor.
Her? Great. Just my luck.
See? I told you we should have stayed on her good side.
How was I supposed to know?
So, would you like me to call her back here?
No, thanks. I should go see her myself. Do a bit of smoothing over.
In that case, you may want to go downstairs and see if she's in the faculty room. She should still be on lunch.
Perfect. I've got another chance to shoot my shot.
Sorry, Kaito-san, but I'm fielding this one alone. Tsukumo, you guys can clear out too.
What? You're benching all of us? Just like that?
I don't understand the meaning of this, Yagamishi.
If I had time to explain, I would. Just trust me on this for now.
Anjir, jadi dia dong yang ngambil kasusnya. Yang lain suruh duduk. Sit tak. Udah diam aja lu pada. Aduh, kecabut. Kabel ini gue kurang panjang sih. Semalam mau gue cas ini stick ini sih nggak bisa. Ini gue suka rusak sih kepala chargeran. Nggak tahu sih kepala chargeran apa kabelnya, tapi kabelnya bisa nih. Terus kepala chargerannya sih.
I'm sorry. Did you need something, sir?
Oh. Is Sawa-sensei here?
She should be back shortly. May I ask who's waiting for her?
Well, no one's special, really. I just need to have a quick word with her is all. Maybe you could tell me where her desk is?
It's right over there. The one with all the English books.
Thank you.
Okay. Jadi ini mejanya. Siapa?
What the?
Look, she has. I guess I know some stage. Ya, dia ngajar bahasa Inggris. Hello world. I can go messing around. All these teachers looking.
Hey.
Oh, kelas 22 ya. Dia ngajar di kelas 22. Top student, but they're aren't from say. Oh, ini kayak waktu di zaman sekolah dulu kali ya. Season high school days. Nah, kok ada foto nih bang? I can be sending that. Nggak bisa sekarang. Lagi ramai orang.
What are you doing here? I thought you'd have gone by now.
Yes, well, I need to ask you a couple things.
Such as?
Such as how close you were to Hiro Mikoshiba.
What?
I heard from Chairman Okuda you were mentoring him as a teacher. I believe this was 2 months ago?
Why do you of all people want to know?
Did you notice anything unusual before he disappeared? Any sign of trouble he might have had?
I can't say for sure. He just stopped showing up one day. Really, that's all I know.
Is that really all you can tell me? Nothing jogging the memory?
I said that's all.
With nothing to go on isn't very effective. Yep.
You know what, let's start over. Why don't we talk about him as a student? You were already a teacher here by then, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Back when a student here committed suicide, there were rumors online about how it could have been caused by bullying. And Mikoshiba-kun's name came up as one of the potential bullies.
Yes, but those were just rumors.
So he wasn't involved in any teasing?
I teach English, and that's what I was focused on. So as far as I knew, Mikoshiba-kun was a good student with solid grades back then. And during his time in training, I was under the impression he got along with the students just fine.
He's not the type to bully then?
I would say no.
Then why would those rumors exist in the first place?
You're asking the wrong person.
Something was consistent with her reaction to Kodas and getting bullied. Iya.
4 years ago, the court determined this school was not responsible for a bullying-related suicide.
You mean Ahara-san's lawsuit? The father of the student who died and an officer in Tokyo? He was arrested the other day. Well, I'm sure you've seen the news.
Yes, but what of it? What exactly is the point you're trying to make here?
I believe Ahara-san still thinks his son killed himself because of Mikoshiba-kun.
Let me ask you something, Yagami-san.
By all means.
What are you trying to accomplish? Didn't you finish this whole business with the chairman? If that wasn't enough, you got security called on you. You clearly have zero regard for anyone here. You should have had the sense to leave long before now.
Believe me, once I learn what I need about Mikoshiba-kun, I'm gone.
In that case, you've already got everything you need from me.
Okay.
One last question. You and the chairman both mentioned how Mikoshiba-kun got along with the students here. Anyone in particular that he was close to?
The kids in the basketball club? Mikoshiba-kun was in that club back when he was a student. Apparently he was showing up to their practices.
The basketball club? That includes the gang from before, right?
Yes. They all spent quite a bit of time with him.
Keep popping up for some reason.
Alright, with that I'll get out of your hair. Appreciate your time, Matt. Sawa-sensei.
Just a minute!
Menarik. Apa tuh ya di foto?
Kaito-san, you there? Tell me you're still on campus.
Why? You suddenly decide you need me after all?
Man, don't be like that.
You enjoy playing teacher's pet with Sawa-sensei?
You mean, did I enjoy getting eviscerated by her? She hates my guts at this point. That aside, I did get some interesting intel. And that's where you come in.
Huh? What for?
I want to find those bullies in the basketball club. Think you can fly the pigeon for me?
So I do have a purpose. Ain't that something? All right, then. It's drone time.
Thanks. I'll start scoping out the gymnasium.
Oke. Kita ke gymnasium. Ada cops. What something happened in 2-2. Apa nih? School cafeteria. Ya, belum bisa makan. Ada kitsune udon, ramen, katsudon, gures, karageset. Wah, gila. Enak-enak ya anjir.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Here, thanks. Gue gak pesen apa-apa, Bu.
Irashaimase.
Wah, enak itu. Iya nih. Ini apa nih, roti pakai mie anjir. Wah, gila. Ini kroket. Oh, pakai kroket. Wah, gokil.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Gila. Enak-enak ya anjir. Enak-enak ya kalau swasta tuh makanannya. Gua swasta kapan ya? SD. Kuliah sih swasta, cuma gue kayak baru berapa bulan gitu, jadi belum bisa ngerasain semua. SD, SMP gue udah negeri. Ya negeri ya gitu-gitu aja sih. Negeri standar-standar aja. Aduh, ntar guys, gue matiin dulu AC anjir. Sakit hidung gue. Aduh. Masa ini kamar kalau nggak nyala AC pengap. Kalau nyala AC sakit dong gue. Gue nggak kuat dingin anjir. Tapi sih gue masalah sih sebenarnya pengap, cuma kadang keringetan gitu nggak enak. Kalau ada keringetan. Nah, dan gak si itu kan. Kodasan ya. Chasing Basketball Club tuh, masih know about Mikoshiba. Buka jendela. Well, sebenarnya jendela udah kebuka dikit sih, nggak terlalu berasa. Soalnya apa ya, udara ini kamar gue tuh agak ke belakang, agak di belakang gitu, jadi kayak udara masuk tuh nggak terlalu bagus.
Close one. Almost got it.
Huh?
You're Koda-san from Class 2 too, right? Basketball too?
Yeah?
You have a second? I have some questions about a student teacher who taught classes here named Mikoshiba.
Anjir.
Really?
Yo, you read me talk? That posse of little shitheads just went strutting into the gym with some bats.
Kaito-san, can you at least try to warn me a little sooner next time?
Why? You worried?
Aduh.
Why are you still here, asshole?
Who the hell
are you? Chill.
Talking pretty big for taking a cheap shot while my back was turned.
You had it coming, shady old fuck.
Coda! Hey, you been spilling anything to this guy?
I didn't say anything.
I'll fill you in. I was asking her about Mikoshiba, a student teacher who disappeared from school not too long ago. You guys know him, right? The basketball club would.
Don't bother trying to talk to us like we're your fucking friends, asshole.
I wanna bash your fucking skull in. You'll die before I tell you shit.
You wiped the floor with us yesterday. Only fair for you to take a handicap.
I don't mind at all. Sure.
All
good. But it's still gonna be pretty one-sided.
You're so full of shit. I'm gonna kick your ass!
Pantat lu yang gue tendang. Yep, Perry gue udah tahu. Anjir. Sini buat gua. Mampus makan tuh baseball bat anjing. Aduh salah. Wah, patah leher lu, blok. Anjing, aduh ketarik lagi dong. Aduh susah juga dah main sambil ngecas nih, pendek anjir. Apa?
You've got a lot of guts for your age, kid. But come on, you really need a better outlet for all that aggression.
Let me go!
Just what on earth is going on in here?
Hey, let's roll out.
I'm gonna do you a favor here and leave out the part about the bats.
Huh? Are you even listening?
Yes, ma'am. We were just horsing around a bit. Right?
Just horsing around is right.
Bocil.
You really are unbelievable. Why are you attacking defenseless students on their school property? How many times must I tell you to leave our school alone?
For what it's worth, the chairman asked me to be here.
Oh, good. Let's drag him into this. How should our chairman explain you to the mob of irate parents that will be at his door any second now? Don't worry, there's a very good reason we hired these ragtag detectives to spy on and beat up your kids.
Not the words I'd use.
If I hear anything else about you, anything, I'm going straight to the press. I'm under no obligation to cover for anyone. Oh, and your attire is atrocious. When you show up at a school, at least try to look the part. Now go home.
Anjir.
You hear all that, Kaito-san? I have a funny feeling I'm not wanted here. Can I talk to the chairman real quick?
Aduh.
I'm afraid Sawa-sensei's made her point clear. Perhaps it's best you take your leave. After all, you've satisfied the bulk of my request.
Wait. Okay, how about this? You can hire me on as a teacher. That way, I can stay on campus no problem, right?
But you can't teach without a license. You don't happen to have one, do you?
No, but I do have a lawyer's badge. How's that for certification?
Okay.
You're a lawyer? Well, that certainly is a respectable position, but it's not exactly a license to educate.
Can't we work something out?
I'm afraid something isn't specific enough. Although, there is always the off chance that you can serve as an outside consultant. A guidance counselor, perhaps.
Oh, yeah. Like a club advisor. Do you happen to have a kung fu club? I've got a few tricks I could show some kids.
No, there's nothing of the sort. And on that note, I believe each club already has an advisor assigned.
That's unfortunate.
Me again. I say it's time we hightailed it out of here. No use sitting around on our asses, right? Why don't you meet us back here and we'll go?
I can't. Not until I find something for Sari-san.
Suit yourself. Don't work too hard now.
Iya, jangan capek-capek. Kang Yagami. I need to take time and surround by Kashiba. On this campus, maybe they've got some staff position. Okay. Kita nyari kerjaan sekarang. Apa nih kerjaan yang bisa gue dapatkan? I need work. Sabar, ada barang. Reception desk, custodian. Yang point blank, if any openings.
Huh?
Visible board. Aduh. Sini dulu nggak bisa. Scroll office nggak bisa.
Aha! Stop right there.
Lah, kenapa Neng?
I knew it. Suspicion confirmed.
Can I help you?
Actually, you already have. I didn't think you'd be foolish enough to show your face around here again.
I'm sorry, but do I...
Oh, dia. Yang nuduh kita pervert anjing.
They always say perpetrators return to the scene of the crime. And you just proved the old adage true, Monsieur Voyeur.
No wish on my face is free.
Monsieur Voyeur? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about your pervy little upskirt scheme. Seriously, hiding a camera under the stairs? And at your age? Shame on you, sir.
Yeah, you lost me. Now, if you don't mind, I'm kind of in the middle of something.
Oh, no, you don't. I have irrefutable proof of your crime. Why, the very shoes on your feet. You're wearing the exact same sneakers as the pervert from yesterday. And don't think they'll carry you to safety today.
Okay, what is happening here? Sorry, but your evidence is my shoes? Everybody here's got shoes, young lady. In fact, I'm probably not the only person with this exact pair.
Your shoe style is merely the icing on the cake. You see, before the pervert arrived yesterday, I had covered the floor around the camera with a clear polymer that shines under black light.
Huh?
It's an oil-based substance, so it lasts a few days. Your soles are stained with it as we speak. Which means you came bumbling back to the scene of the crime, while wearing the very evidence of your misdeeds.
Gila, jago juga. Makanya.
Lamenting your misfortune already? That's what you get for crossing the Mystery Research Club of Serio High.
Mystery Research Club?
Now, if you'll follow me to the faculty room, monsieur.
Oh, wait, just hold on, okay?
This could turn out real bad.
There's no way I'd have noticed an invisible substance on my shoes. I'll give you that much. But even if I did step in some mystery goop, does that really prove what you're saying? With so many people on campus, any number of them could have walked over that spot.
No, only the perpetrator stepped in the coating. I know this because I was there watching your fiasco. And of course, I had the PE teacher who was with me agree to serve as witness. Why don't you just give it up already? There's no escape, sir. I have even more proof of your crimes. The camera may be gone, but fortunately, I snapped a photo of it before it got taken away. With that, I determined everything there is to know about your camera, down to the store where you bought it. Turns out it's an online exclusive, customized to capture high-resolution footage with an inconspicuous design. Were I to supply this information to the police, they would track down the owner soon enough. After all, the shop would have no choice but to cooperate with the police investigation. Do I need to spell it out any further? You, monsieur, are ensnared. Therefore, I think it would be wise to do what I say.
Let's say we have a chat.
A chat?
Yeah. Now, I can't give out any details, but having the cops on me would be extremely problematic. So, I'd like to resolve this as amicably as possible. Think we can come to terms here?
I will agree to one thing only. Hearing the unadulterated truth. And make no mistake, I will not be misled by diversion, threats, bribes, sob stories. Nothing of the sort.
Aduh. Anjing, nggak ada yang lain ya?
Suspicious.
Kayak apa nih? Is this their club flyer? See, is leaving say inform the faculty to visitor. Meet an outside counselor. If you know any details on mystery writers, please. Udah saya isep. Oh, sangat beruntung sekali. Socializing club member. Orange is leaving school soon. We've been informed that Orange restaurant side. Okay, dari luar, you know. Yep. Alright. Send what I need. Okay. What a coincidence.
You're Kyoko Amasawa-san, right? President of the Mystery Research Club?
So what if I am?
I saw your flyer. Sounds like your club's in a tough spot.
You're not wrong. Our current advisor got married and quit teaching, and we can't find anyone else to take her spot. On top of that, the chairman's been reluctant to bring in anyone from outside, so the MRC may be in dire straits. But your arrival marks our revival. Should I turn you in as a voyeur, it would make a fine feather in my cap. It would also prove the value of the MRC, so the chairman would have no choice but to solicit an advisor for us.
Well, that all sounds fine on paper, but the real-life logistics may not play out that way. You'll need a competent professional in your area of interest, but you think they have time for volunteer work?
When you put it that way, it does seem like a long shot.
Right? So here's my proposition. How about you make me your advisor?
You? Advise the MRC?
Why not? A Kamurocho-based detective not good enough?
You're a detective?
Oh yeah. I'm Takayuki Yagami from the Yagami Detective Agency. I was asked to come investigate your school. That's about all I can let slip.
So then, the hidden camera was for your investigation?
I'll let you deduce that yourself. Client confidentiality and all that. But I will say one thing. I'm here to stop shady business, not start it.
If he wasn't shooting up skirts, then what was he trying to see? Rather, who was he trying to see? Who put him up to it? Our staff? Ugh, so many variables!
Listen, I don't mean to interrupt, but hello? As I was trying to say, becoming your advisor could work out well for both of us. I'm not done here by a long shot, but one of your teachers is bent on seeing me gone.
Really? Who?
Sawa-sensei. She thinks I have no business being here, and frankly, it's been hard to prove her wrong. But if I were to advise your club, it'd be all the reason I need to stay on campus. So what do you think? It's a win-win situation, wouldn't you say? Oh, and if it's experience you want, believe me, I've been around the block when it comes to mysteries.
I believe I understand. The purpose you stated for being here does fit the circumstances better than my original theory. But I will not be persuaded so easily. So, I propose a test.
A test?
Right this way, please.
Waduh.
Hey!
Ada tes segala kan? Gila, Neng. Wah, apa nih?
Huh? Who's this, sis?
Sis?
This is Yagami-san, our new advisor candidate. However, I intend to test him first. See if he's legitimate.
Fine by me. I'm Kento Amasawa, Kyoko's younger brother.
Oh, adiknya.
Also the MRC's bodyguard. When your sister's as nosy as mine, you've got to step up your game to keep her safe.
Please have a seat, Yagami-san.
After you.
Oh, how kind of you.
Anjir, baik juga adiknya. Nggak kayak kakaknya.
So, Amasawa-san, back to the topic at hand here. So, getting back to this test of yours.
Yes. So, based on what you've told me, I'm inclined to drop your charges altogether. A detective setting up cameras is believable. That being said, I'd also be a fool to take you at your word. If this is a ruse, I'd be unleashing a pervert on the school.
Well, the caution is admirable.
Then you shouldn't mind if I test both your skills as a detective and your character as a person. And once that's over, the club will reach a decision. We'll either accept you as our mentor, or turn you in as a deviant.
I get the picture. So what does this test entail?
Actually, we've been dealing with a rather risky case as of late, so your job is to resolve it.
How risky are we talking?
Well, it's about as risky as it is risque. Yagami-san, have you ever heard of a sugar baby?
Sugar baby?
You mean a younger girl getting paid to date an older guy?
You know it. Now our current case involves one such sugar baby.
Sugar baby.
It seems that one of our dance club girls has grown a reputation for dating older men. Unfortunately, I've yet to pin down exactly who this is.
All you know is she's in dance club? Well, I understand why you'd want to know more, but what about this warrants investigation? She in danger?
The issue at hand is that she may be doing more than dating, and it's putting her safety at risk. Well, we found this out online, so we're admittedly speculating a bit here. But apparently this girl's pretty infamous for what they call her vanishing act.
Care to elaborate?
She strings the mark along, going on a few dates for an agreed-upon sum, but then she goes in for the kill. She gets a large upfront payment for promising to seal the deal, and then, poof, gone with the wind.
Okay, I can see how that might make her enemies, but that's on the guy, isn't it? I mean, he's paying to date an underage girl, and he thinks he has the right to complain?
You're not wrong. Problem is, her latest mark, a violent, foul-mouthed thug, isn't so self-aware. I believe rape and murder were his choicest threats. So yeah, we can't just write this one off.
Oh, yeah. That's a concern.
Wow.
And now he has his gang roaming the streets, searching high and low for the girl who conned him. I'd say that establishes the risk clearly enough. As soon as we found out, we've been trying to find the sugar baby and warn her ASAP.
Yeah, I get it now. If we don't act, she could be in very real danger.
I think we're finally seeing eye to eye, Yagami-san. After all, the truly artful detective can solve incidents before they even occur.
That's not quite how it works, but sure.
Okay.
Could you tell me what the Mystery Research Club actually does? It seems like the advisor ought to know that.
So, I founded the Mystery Research Club last year. Primarily, we function as a book club,
Yang
critiquing
ini.
mystery novels from many different cultures and eras. But when the opportunity is ripe, we
What?
also engage in more involved activities. And by that, I mean solving the mysteries around us.
Oh, you mean go sleuthing, like on a case. So that's what you were up to. I've got to say, as a potential advisor, I'm not exactly psyched to hear you go around looking for trouble.
Oh, don't get me wrong. We don't do this for kicks, and I'm not a fan of danger. If we could all be armchair detectives, free to investigate from afar, surely that would be ideal.
Yeah, don't I know it.
Unfortunately, that is rarely, if ever, possible. Say our investigatory senses were to draw us toward a mystery that escapes even the school and the police. Why, letting such a case slip away would be anathema to our club's founding principles.
While I do admire your passion, why put yourself at risk? You'd be safer handing it off to the authorities.
Then shouldn't we hand you off to the authorities?
Well, now, let's not be hasty.
I take it you see my point then. Some cases aren't so cut and dry.
You make some valid points.
Yeah. Okay. Begin the test.
In any case, now that the situation's clear, I'd like to get on with the test. Just tell me where to start, and I'll be there.
It is said that the great Sherlock Holmes was able to freely change his appearance into that of a total stranger. From helpless old woman to shifty-eyed vagrant, he deceived the masses and never lost a lead, all thanks to a good disguise.
So, you want me to go undercover?
Yep, any detective worth their salt should have no trouble with that. You're going to infiltrate the dance club as an advisor and return with a lead on the sugar baby. That is your test.
Wait, you want me to teach a dance club?
If it's required, then yes. I want you to win their hearts in ways I myself could not. Those girls are a close-knit group. They'd never trade gossip with someone like me. However, if a cool new stranger gained their trust, that's you, they might be more willing to talk.
Aduh,
How am I
bangke,
supposed to be a
bangke.
convincing advisor if I've never danced once in my life?
That's okay. It's rare for their advisors to get up and do it themselves. They generally teach from a book.
Anjing.
Oh, great.
If it's any consolation, their current advisor never even shows up, so you'll already have an in. Just give them a few pointers, act authoritative, and soon enough, you'll be their closest confidant. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy? To teach something I know nothing about?
I'm sure you can figure that out. That is, if you really are a detective and not some snaky imposter.
Oh, enggak dong.
You're really putting me through the ringer, you know
Sneaky
that?
impostor.
I guess I'll have to prevail. The power of vague advice.
Good, then let's move. The dance club will be starting their practice any minute. They're in the gym basement, in case you didn't know.
I know her test might be tough, Yagami-san, but I think you'd make a pretty rad advisor. So good luck.
Huh? Oh.
Aduh. Oke. Udah, sebelum kita lanjut, bentar dulu ya teman-teman. Kebelet kencing. Gue pengen ke toilet dulu bentar. Oke. Sorry. Oke. Meet the dance club. Dance. Oh, Ineng. Aduh. Kita lari. Ambil barang. Hup. Basement ya. Pocket tissue. Oh, udah basement aja nih. Iya, literally dari buku.
Where's the captain? Ah, right there. Something's not right. I feel so out of it. Sayaka Nishizono, I'd like a word with you. Hey, aren't you Amasawa from the Mystery Research Club? You betcha. Don't worry, I come bearing good news. Oh great, the MRC. What do you want with us? We're not up to anything. Calm down, I'm not here to expose your secrets to the world. I only wanted to introduce you to someone. What are you getting at? To preface this, I noticed your club advisor hasn't been showing up much lately. Yeah, apparently he got really sick. We're lucky if we see him a couple times a month. Right, and it must be rough trying to choreograph an entire routine without him. Yeah, and we've got a meet coming up soon. It's so much pressure. I see. Then the stars really did align in your favor. What? Listen, Senpai, I know we might seem desperate, but it's not like we need any favors. Don't worry, you don't owe me for this. I'm offering you a potential advisor as a token of goodwill. Potential advisor? Let's not sweat the small stuff. The important thing is, Yagami-san here said he'd agree to help you with your routine as a stand-in advisor.
Help with their routine? When did I ever say that?
Oh my gosh, really? This is just what we needed. You know, I could tell you had a certain something about you. So how long have you been a pro dancer?
I'm not.
Oh, so modest. This is like one of those dream come true moments in a movie. I've been literally racking my brain trying to come up with a workable routine. Oh, I'm so glad that's on you now.
Whoa, time out. I'm missing some important qualifications here.
Yagami-san, this is your Reichenbach Falls moment. You need to dive headfirst into the challenge. Don't you get it?
No?
Do you think we can get started? We've been practicing and practicing, but something about our choreography feels off. We all know our moves and everybody's got rhythm, so all that should be left is bringing our A game. But it feels like we're still missing something, you know? That wow factor. It's really kind of down to the wire to be figuring this stuff out, but I know we'll push through if we try. So can I ask for your first impression? Does our routine need more going on, or...?
You know, it's hard to say what's going on at this point.
I shouldn't have to say this, but keen observation is elementary for a detective.
And?
And you need to tell them what you observed. You did have your eyes open, didn't you?
Aduh, bangke ini anak. Okay. Special selection. Certain conversation Marvin won't unfold with direct input. Yes. We'll match the volume.
Isn't your routine a little tame? Maybe you could spice it up a bit.
Spice it up how, exactly? You mean like we need skimpy outfits? Or like we dance all provocatively? What part of this is a high school don't you get, Yagami-san?
Yeah. Sometimes I just say things. I think your performance could use a little more flair.
Flair? How so?
Well, you're already in perfect sync, and everyone knows their part. But, how to put it? You were right. It needs something that's gonna leave a lasting impact.
I see what you mean. Maybe we are just kind of going through the motions here. If only we could come up with better stuff. Oh, maybe you could give us some suggestions.
Ah.
Aduh.
Let's take apart what could give you the edge you need. Why not incorporate Kung Fu?
Did you just say Kung Fu?
Sure did. Throw a few kicks and punches, will knock the competition right out.
That's actually not a bad idea. Yeah, and it's not like martial arts-based dancing is entirely unheard of. But we don't know the first thing about Kung Fu.
Well, you're in luck. Kung Fu happens to be a hobby of mine.
No way! That's so cool!
Well, it's my own style. You won't find it in any ancient scrolls. It's flashy.
Perfect! So will you teach us?
I guess I'm gonna have to.
Sweet!
Santai dong,
Then
santai
let's get a
dong.
quick demonstration.
Masa maju-maju gitu.
Let's see some ass-kicking dance then!
Wait, really? I really have to do this?
Of course! How else are we gonna learn? Look up some random videos? We'll get to analyze your moves, your footwork, your breathing. We'll learn from the pro!
Aduh.
I wouldn't get your hopes up, though. What if my stuff doesn't fit your routine at all?
So, you're not gonna help us after all? That's pretty weak. If you're giving up after stringing them along this far, hang tight while I dial 110.
Hold it.
Huh?
You know what? I think I can wing it well enough. I've never done this before, though, so don't get mad if it's crappy, okay?
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself. You're gonna do fantastic.
Aduh.
Okay, what we'll do first is show you the opening 30 seconds of our routine until the chorus hits. While you're watching, keep an eye out for the parts that could use some kung fu moves.
Sure. Good plan.
Okay, so here's how we start. In there. Now you take it away.
Whoa. Doubt I can top that. But you know what? May as well try.
That's a spirit. Ready for the music?
Aduh. Okay, you can play rhythm game at dance club. Yep. And begin dance lesson. Select Yagami X solos. This will selected automatically for the tutorial. Check the setting then start the lesson. Okay. Ini automatically ya. Song, let's dance. Difficulty easy. Costume normal.
Let's freaking dance.
Yeah, let's freaking dance. Woo! Once you clear routine, okay. You can press the button correct same time with the line at the same time. Okay. Ya ini tahan. Aduh, miss lagi. Tak.